welcome to Speedforce, the Flash podcast. I'm your host, Phil Maynard.
And I'm your other host, Anthony Hernandez.
This week, he's your other host. Every other week, he's the host.
Yeah, it switches from time to time.
Yeah, we do that. So
occasionally.
So, if any of you ever catch on to the pattern and write emails to us, I think Mel caught on, and he started doing Hey Phil and Anthony, or Hey Anthony and Phil for the right episodes.
Yeah.
Mel's catching on. He's a smart cookie.
Yep, smart cookie. I'm thinking of a cookie with a brain, like a legit cookie.
Okay. Or what if it's just a cookie that is in the shape of a brain?
There you go, Mel. And by the way, what's Han and Mel?
Oh, I didn't keep it in the email because he sent it in a different one, but Mel wanted to wish you a happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. I'm 22 now, guys. For all of you
Did you see the post that he did on your wall for your birthday?
Yeah, thank you for that, Mel. I saw like a lot of people posted stuff.
That was the greatest thing ever. I was like, oh my god, Mel won. Because do you know what he said?
I'm trying to remember. I remember he posted something really creative too, like
"What's Hannon, Anthony?"
Yeah,
he said it to you.
I remember.
It was
hecka personalized. It wasn't just "Happy Birthday." It was personalized.
It said, "What's Hannon, Anthony? Happy birthday." I was busting up laughing. I was falling over. I was like, "He won." I was just like, man. I was disappointed because I didn't get the best birthday wish to you.
It's all good. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. Lots of people posted on that day. It was like 30 people posted on my page. Like it was blowing up, and I just like put my phone down. Like it kept going off in class. I was like, oh man, people were calling me and texting me. It was a crazy birthday.
Okay, so I haven't even introduced the episode. This week we're doing episode 19, Who is Harrison Wells?
Which is interesting is we're on episode 19 on here, but Arrow's on actually episode 20.
Well, that's because Arrow is going to end 1 week early, and then Flash is going to go another week.
I see. Because normally when I'm watching the episodes, like I go, they're the same number.
I need to find Flash 19 and Arrow 19, but now they've messed.
Now they've changed.
Now they've switched it up.
I thought I was getting the wrong episode of the Flash when I first was downloading it, and I'm like, no, this is the correct one. That's weird. But yeah, I forget about that whole. It waited a week.
Yeah, but yeah. So wow, this week was really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to jump on the bandwagon right now. I know a lot of people out there are Snowberry and Allicity fans. I like the whole Vibe and Black Canary thing going on. I'm a fan of that shipping now.
She had better lines in this one short, moment than she had the whole series.
Dude, the Flash writers love her more than the Arrow writers do, it seems.
I think they write better lines for female characters in the Flash.
Yeah.
Because it seems like Felicity is the only one that gets good lines in Arrow. And
yeah, because they all put all their effort into that.
Like, I was happy when Thea died.
Yeah,
I was like, good.
Oh, spoiler alert for those who haven't.
Well, she didn't die, but I was cheering a little bit. I don't know.
I went up to my friend Eduardo or whatever after the episode. I was just like, "Hey, dude, how'd you like that episode's week or that episode last week or whatever?" He's like, "That was the best episode ever," because he's hated Thea for a long time.
It's just irritating. And I don't like Thea either.
I think I liked the episode a lot. There was only one problem I had with it. Roy is gone.
Yeah.
And now when I show up to conventions, everyone's going to think I'm just some schmuck in a red hoodie.
He's probably going to come back.
I hope, man. It's either that or I hope he goes to Legends of Tomorrow.
It's like he's going to come back.
Which is the title of the new spinoff series.
He's going to be Beast. He's going to come back and just be a beast. Like he's
I
going
think
to be
he's gonna
at
end
the
up
level of Oliver.
Here's what I'm hoping. Here's what I'm going to hope. And a lot of people out there, they're going to catch on what I'm saying real quick. I hope he gets a huge drug problem, ends up in prison, and gets broken out by Jason Todd, and they're going to start the Red Hood and the Outlaws series, and that's going to be awesome. Because that's the comic. That's the comic that I love, because it has Red Hood in it. I mean, everyone who listens to our podcast should know by now, I'm a huge Jason Todd Red Hood fan.
I personally think that he's going to leave, and he's going to come back, but he's going to come back not as a sidekick, but as a partner to Oliver.
Yeah. Instead of being Arsenal, he's going to come back as Red Arrow.
Yeah, and it's like also right now Oliver is, League of Assassins. It's like they will need a filler for Oliver at one point, and Roy is seriously his apprentice.
He is Arrow. He's not Green Arrow, he's Red Arrow, so they could easily just call him that.
It's like, what are you called Red Arrow? Because Green Arrow sounds stupid.
Did I ever tell you that with the comic that they did for the Avengers and Justice League?
No, you never told me.
Well, they did it, and Hawkeye showed up, and they called him Purple Arrow in it. Like, Flash was running around. I remember that. He's like, you can't hit me, Purple Arrow. He's like, why are you calling me that? He's like, because all the archers are color-coded, I thought.
For real, it makes it easy.
I know, right? There's so many archers, it's easier just to call them by what color they are.
So we actually got like
a bunch of emails.
Like
look at you
3.
guys. You guys are doing stuff.
Was it like 3?
Yeah, we got 3.
It's like that's a perfect number.
We got 2 emails, and one person wrote a long thing on the Facebook page because they didn't have time to put it in an email.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we got nothing against that. Like, as long as you get your ideas to us, we'll read them. Yeah.
There's somebody who posted on Facebook. Who's the guy in the suit?
Yeah, I'm forgetting who that was.
That's the Adam.
I think that was Wallace.
Yeah.
He's a new follower of ours.
I saw
hey,
that.
Wallace, how's it going?
Hey, Wallace, this show really interconnects with Arrow a lot. It's like, you should start watching Arrow too, because the series are really starting to get mixed together, and it's going to get confusing unless you keep up with Arrow.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now we know why Oliver is wearing the League of Assassins uniform at the in that preview for the upcoming episode.
It's like I like him as League Assassins, Oliver. I think that's kind of cool. It's a cool character development for him. It's going to make him a better Arrow. Like,
oh, did I tell you what the title of next episode is? Grodd Lives. I don't even think we talked about that.
We kind of went off the Grodd bandwagon since Harrison Wells has been such a key person right now.
I know, and now that Wells, his secret's going to be up.
He knows Grodd. Like, they revealed that he knows. You know, he's like my friend.
He's the reason that Grodd's how he is.
That's crazy. Like, I can't wait for that episode. I forgot all about Grodd.
Oh my god, it's gonna be great. So, man, I love this show. Who out there who hates this show? Like, it is such a good show.
So we got an email here from Adam Nelson.
Yeah, he used to follow us on Sword, and he hasn't emailed us for Speedforce yet. So welcome back, Adam. Nice to hear from you again. Cool. I actually got this on Sunday before the episode even aired. That's how That's how bad he wanted to be on a podcast. So
yeah, it's like,
we like you, Adam.
The opening is Killer Frost Theory.
Yeah, that was the title of the email. I wanted to put that in so we knew exactly what this subject was.
It's like Killer Frost is going to happen in this, but it's kind of hard to see it with Caitlyn's development how it's really going to go down.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was about to say, where'd the email go?
I'm making sure that everything is all good.
But Killer Frost, it's like, right now, she seems like completely a good guy. Like,
it's gonna happen soon.
I don't know what's gonna set her on that path to be a supervillain versus a superhero.
Something's gonna happen, and we know it's going to happen. And from what I heard, I don't want to spoil anything. I know you don't like big spoilers for the series.
Well, it's hard to spoil the series because they do take turns. They change the path.
Well, no. Here's the big thing: is I've seen set photos of upcoming episodes that is like. Big spoiler. Do you want to hear it?
It's like, I don't know if you want the podcast.
Like, I can say big spoiler. I can say spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear that, I can tell everyone right now.
Everyone right now is trying to get their iPod out. They're like, man, when are they going to say the spoiler so I can skip it?
Okay, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you go ahead and say it. Guys, right now is the time where you skip
about 10, maybe a minute real quick, because we'll talk for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Right now. So there's a set photo of a wedding with Caitlyn and Ronnie coming soon.
Oh, so yeah, I could see.
And someone commented, I hear there's a wedding coming up. And Danielle Panabaker wrote back, yeah, but we all know how things go in Central City. And right now, Robbie's not set to come back for the Legends of Tomorrow, only Professor Stein.
So we were talking about a death of Ronnie.
Ronnie might die, and then she's going to snap and become Killer Frost.
And she might be learning her abilities by that point.
And then she's going to be... She loses Ronnie twice. That's twice she loses him.
Yeah. She has bad taste in men.
No, what?
Her men just keep dying.
It's just the same one.
All right. So
you can keep listening. You can take your headphones out, or you can stop going la la la.
Or they're still skipping.
I know. So I don't know. Shall we continue? Or?
Yeah, we'll just continue.
Okay. So it's their fault if they're not back yet.
You want to read the first paragraph?
Okay. Well, depends. You want to go Rochambeau?
No, I could read the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got a lot, so I'd rather we both split it. All
right. I'll read the first one. Then.
Okay, you go for it.
So this is Adam's Killer Frost theory. He's like, my guess is that at least the first time we see Caitlyn as Killer Frost, it will be an alternate reality timeline thing. I
Maybe
see that.
That could actually work really well with how this show's going.
We might see her with those powers. Oh man, this powers in the main timeline eventually, but it'll take quite a story arc. Sorry guys, for you guys not knowing, I'm reading this on a computer screen that's kind of far away. Yeah. So it would take quite a story. It would take quite a story arc for me to imagine this Caitlyn as a villain. If/when she does get her powers in the main timeline, I wonder how long it will be before Cisco makes a Frozen reference.
Instantly.
Yeah, he will probably make a Frozen reference.
Hey, Elsa. Like, he'll call... Like, it'll probably be...
Do you want to build a snowman? That's what I'm thinking he's going to say. All right.
Or even as simple as let it go.
So the way I'm breaking it down is you believe that there's going to be another timeline in which we see Caitlyn with her powers, and that if she does get her powers in this timeline, it'll
be a different way.
It'll be a different way, and she won't immediately be villain status.
Okay, I've heard many different theories right now, if I can go off of... So these are all fan speculations right now. First off, with the alternate timeline, someone said that... what if Eobard blows off another particle accelerator at the end of this season, and then more people get powers, and that creates Legends of Tomorrow to get more powers for people, and also has this show more characters that they can introduce. Like, I don't know why they decided to go with all the big name people at the first season. Like, now they're going to be scratching for the bottom of the barrel. Dude, that's going to be the big villain next season. Oh my gosh.
He's going to be a big villain.
Dude, can you imagine Snart just like... Seeing Mirror Master on the news, he's like, I like this guy. I want him for the Rogues. Like, I see that happening.
The Rogues are cute.
We're trying to like, he'll be running into places. We're trying to create a boy band. Call them the Rogues.
Really? So there's a second part to his theory.
Yeah. Also with the alternate timeline, someone said that what if Barry messes up the timeline so bad that the real Harrison Wells is in charge of Star Labs?
Probably the world would be a much better place.
Yeah, that way they could keep Tom Cavanaugh on the show and all that. And I'm very hopeful for that theory. Like, Eobard dies, but real Wells is back, which would be so weird for all of them because now they have different interactions with him.
Yeah, they would always consider him like alternate Wells, not real Wells.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to Adams. Another thing I'm wondering is that if they take down Eobard Wells this season, who will own Starlab's facility in Season 2? Last episode had me thinking that there will be a timeline shift where we see the real Harrison Wells in Season 2. Oh, okay, Nat Adam, that's where I remember it from. But this episode made me think that Tina could buy it up and support the team next season. So, who do you want, Tina or Wells?
I could totally see Tina taking it over, because that would go back to the original Flash series.
Yeah.
Where she was a Starlabs,
Yeah, definitely.
And she's never going to turn to be a villain, so she can continue to own Star Labs probably for the rest of the series.
Definitely. So
I like Wells owning it. It's interesting.
I personally love Tom Cavanaugh as an actor.
But Wells's whole little empire that he's built is kind of crumbling in this episode because everyone's figuring out his secrets.
Yeah, everyone. Even
they're in the walking room. They go in the walking room this episode. There is nothing off the table.
Oh, real quick. For those,
everything's on there.
Okay, since we haven't done this in a while. For those who don't listen to our podcast on a regular basis, and this might be your first episode, we have classified certain things as certain ways. So the walking room is Wells's special area that we, from the very beginning, said that it's the only room Wells can walk in.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't jump in our podcast on this episode. I would jump in a little further back.
Yeah, I mean, maybe episode 9. No, not episode 9. I say episode 7 would be your best jumping on point. That's the introduction of Anthony to the podcast.
Yeah, because before then it was kind of
it was
very different.
It was a very different podcast.
Yeah, it got more standardized when I started doing it with Phil, because we just got in a routine.
I was living in another place, and then
another state.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get into it this far, but
this one's from Mel, an email.
Yeah, we got an email. I think we should just call all of them emails. Like, as for it's his thing that he adds to the show. And since he emails every week, that started getting everyone else to email. So, I am ruling now that they're all called emails from now on. You taking it?
Emails. So, I'll give you the first paragraph on this one.
Okay, since you read the first one last time? Okay. I was hoping to read the second one because it talked about Cisco and Laurel.
Maybe I wanted to talk about Cisco and Laurel.
Okay, fine. Fine then. Jeez. Hey, Phil and Anthony. See, he got it right this week.
Yeah, he did. I think he's attention.
Mel, you're catching on to this and you're terrifying us. This episode was pretty cool. I thought so too. Don't you think?
I thought it was a really good episode.
Yeah. One of the things that made this one cool on its own is the fact that Harrison Wells was the least interesting part of the show. True that, because Wells was barely in the episode at all.
It was centered around him, but it wasn't focused on
Exactly. That's the best part about the episode.
Unless you're saying the dead Wells was the star of the show. Which
he was in the show a lot.
Yeah, he was in it a lot. He's important.
As the proof mountain against the Reverse Flash, one can only anticipate just how the story will play out by the end of the season. Central City's Freak of the Week, though vastly unoriginal, was interesting from observational point of view. It was a good chance to see Grant Gustin and Rick Costner play bad guys. I did love that so much. I just wish Eddie was the real person that shot those cops. I want Eddie evil finally.
Yeah, we really thought Eddie was going to go the evil route when we saw that clip.
Yeah.
I mean,
then
what
when I
think?
heard...
Like, I think a better clip would have been Barry as the Flash beating him up when he was...
well, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen him do it.
But I mean,
we've seen him beat him up in
he decks him as the Flash. Like,
yeah.
Like normal, like not like crazy mad with rage Barry. Red makes me powerful. All right, so I'm gonna read your second part.
I'm gonna fair warn you. I did not fix it.
All right, so my favorite part of the show was the Lances coming to town.
It's like Santa Claus.
Honestly, I like that too a lot. Like I thought that was really interesting to see that.
And we'll talk more about that scene when it comes up because we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, Lance and Joe.
Oh yeah,
that was great. I never thought about that.
Everyone wants a buddy cop film or a buddy cop TV show now centered around those two.
I do want to point out that he only knew Lance for probably a few hours and asked him to cover up murder, and Lance was cool with it, and he's the police captain. Don't ignore that. If a random officer from a completely different city and district comes to my area and tells me how to do my job and raise my daughter, and I've only known him for like a few hours, and he says, cover up murder for me, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of plot problems with that stuff.
It didn't help that they were filming it on, what was it, ANU?
Lian-U,
yeah. But,
which is how, yeah.
But that's beside the point. They weren't supposed to be there, but that's the set, is if you guys didn't know. So, the on-screen chemistry between Laurel and Cisco practically made the show, and yes, definitely. I 100% agree. Laurel and Cisco need more parts together after this.
Yeah. There needs to be more crossovers with them. Because how are they going to start dating if they're on separate shows, you know?
Yeah. It was interesting and at times hilarious. Yes, it was.
You're saying at times? I think the whole time with them. Not at times.
They had this like
every second
they had this like cutesy chemistry together. It was
oh
funny.
My gosh, they were both smitten with each other.
But most of the time when Laurel's being talked to, she's always being talked down to. I've noticed, like she gets told that she's an alcoholic, or she doesn't know how to fight, or she's endangering herself or Oliver in some way. It was cool to see.
And Cisco's like, I love you. You're amazing. You so much are such a great fighter.
She got kind of like the respect she's been fighting to earn as a hero from Cisco. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
It was interesting and hilarious at times. It looks like Cisco will play a big role in giving the Canary her scream. We talked about this in a previous episode a long time ago.
Yeah, we did. We called it
we said Cisco would probably be responsible for developing her scream because she wasn't going to be a metahuman with that power.
No. So someone did say a theory though. What if all these characters that are getting all these technology or how they get their powers is like the particle accelerator blows up and all these people get powers due to it.
Yeah, it's like this one was mechanical. Ability though. I like it better. So
the Canary Scream has been two ways in the comics.
It's been powers, and then
it's also been that device too. Yeah. The Canary Collar.
I prefer the device more than anything because it really sticks to the Arrow aspect that no one has superpowers.
Yeah.
Not even the Atom. He has a suit. You know.
Yeah.
He's Iron Man. The Atom. I don't know the difference.
Iron Atom.
And as always, there's the ending. Seeing that Crisis headline newspaper was cool just because it means so much to Flash fans and it's possible sign of things to come.
Oh, definitely.
Sorry about that, Mel. It was a little choppy there. I was trying to clean it up while I was reading it. But yeah, I agree.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was really, for us fans watching this, it was awesome to see them finally go in that room and the Flash, Barry Allen, seeing his own future on a newspaper article dated in what year?
2024. April 25th, 2024.
Someone said it was going to be a Saturday. On Facebook, someone posted it's a Saturday.
No, they said it was 9 years from Saturday, is what they were saying.
So if we're still doing this 9 years from now, we'll be very excited to do the podcast on that episode.
Yeah. We'll be I actually 30s. Timed it all out.
If we're doing just the podcast in our 30s, sorry you guys out there, but there's a problem if we're not getting paid to do it by that point.
Well, we might, we could get famous. We're awesome.
I'd be a college professor doing...
Dude, get them to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. So, as it means possible sign things go. Perhaps the writers have plans for season 10. Ergo, the date of the newspaper, whatever it meant. It was pretty blank. I can't say that. Cool. Have a good show, you guys. Mel Jones. And you have a good day too, Mel.
Yep. Thanks, Mel.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure if it's a season 10 because I think I timed it out and it came out to be 9 seasons.
My theory is like they're going to do a flash forward in this. Like there's going to be a moment where they've established Flash so well that they're just going to say 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future.
Dude, they can get 10 seasons. If this show is running that well, I feel that they can get it. Due to that Smallville ran 10 seasons, Supernatural, I think, is on 11. I'm not sure on that. There's so many shows on
I just don't know I don't know if fans will stick around 10 seasons to know what happened in a reference in the first season. You know, we're still in the first season, and look how much progression they've made since the first episode to now.
You're really... I actually never considered that much, but we know that they'll be doing the show for a while.
Yeah, they're definitely... This show's going to go for a while. I don't know if it'll hit season 10 when they reveal that, but
they might do it, yeah.
They will hit it up, and there will be that year in the show for sure. Time travel is a possibility in this show. It's like, you can't ignore it.
Yeah.
And if Booster Gold does somehow enter...
Booster Gold so bad.
Time travel becomes way easier of a concept.
Well, also, they have introduced Rip Hunter is going to be in Legends of Tomorrow. And Rip Hunter is also a time traveler.
Which is hope Bart Allen doesn't show up because then the whole world will just go to blow up or something. Because
bad luck, Bart.
Yeah, bad luck, Bart. He'll show up and somehow make the Flash lose his powers, get himself kidnapped, and kill every single character by accident. And the worst part is he'll probably live through all of it just to see himself die of some random disease.
Oh my gosh. You're just describing Pariah. You're describing the comic character Pariah right now.
Ever. Like, me and Phil were talking about a Smallville episode where he's in it and he gets kidnapped. Like, come on. Like, bad luck Bart.
Oh yeah. And the kidnap is so genius because he has it on the floor. Because he can't run, because this is where Flash can't run on the wall or whatever, but he's in this little case area where he has to constantly move because the floor is on fire, pretty much. Or like it's so hot if you stand on a spot for...
He's got to keep lifting one foot, putting back down.
Yeah, he has to keep running back and forth in that room. And then like Clark has to get there in time to save him and stuff.
Before he gets tired.
Yeah, and dies and just falls down and dies.
Oh, jeez, this is a long email.
Yeah. Colt, thank you. But we said anytime people email us, we will read it, remember?
You just had a lot to say today.
Yeah.
That's all.
So we're this one isn't about the Flash per se, but Anthony and I talked about the upcoming Batman vs Superman movie earlier.
Ben Affleck does Batman.
Yeah, Batfleck. So
I start this one, right? You started last.
There's 4, and I suggest that you read the second one because the ending has like only a little bit on here. See, so. I'll read most of it. Is that cool?
If you want. Sure.
Okay. So, Colt Browncoat sent this one in. Lots of people came down really hard on Affleck when the casting first was announced. And I got to admit, for the first few hours, I was like, this can't be serious. My original thoughts were, I bet if you cover his face with a cowl and just have his chin sewing, he could be a great looking Batman. Just as Bruce, but as Bruce Wayne, I won't be able to unsee stupid Ben Affleck face. So
some truth to that.
Yeah, a lot of people really came down hard on it, and I'll admit myself, when I first heard it, I was like, but what about like John Hamm? I thought he was like number 1 for the role. Like there was all these other actors everyone thought was gonna get it, and then out of nowhere Ben Affleck got it, and everyone was just what?
I mean, he could still do a great job. He's a good actor. You know, he's got a Ben Affleck face. I'll agree with that. But I mean, he could surprise us all. I give him benefit of the doubt until we see him on the screen.
And the Daredevil thing, that didn't help my judgment either on the whole situation. But I was a little against it. And then it took me about a week to really warm up to the idea. Well, if you look at everything he's done lately, he's been doing action movies. So I think he can do it. So go ahead on the second.
All right. But I thought about it. But I thought about it for a couple of hours, and I remembered many times where Kevin Smith, is that right?
Yeah. Kevin
Smith has mentioned what a huge Batman fanboy Affleck is. And I remembered that he swore off these movies after people butchered Daredevil, and they did. They did butcher Daredevil until the Marvel released one, or the Netflix. The Netflix released one.
Oh my gosh, that show is amazing.
I still have not finished it. I need to.
Disappointment.
All right. It was about what was it? He butchered Daredevil out of principle. I love that. And as one of my best friends, Charles, said, he's doing directing now and making so much cash without ever needing to be on camera again. He took this gig because he just wants to be Batman.
Who wouldn't?
But imagine, an actor who wants to play this role will play it better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Exactly. That's why I say, oh my gosh, Stephen McQueen, he has to get the role of Nightwing. Because he knows everything about Nightwing from the comics, everything about it. Every time he goes to the circus, he's like, Flying Graysons. Like, he loves Nightwing so much. And he's been... Dude, I should show you a picture of this guy. He looks like Nightwing, just ripped out of the comics as a real person.
It's like... I agree that they should cast actors for these type of roles who want to be that role.
Yeah, who know about the characters first. I have to stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. You have to know about the characters ahead of time so you know what you're doing.
You can't cast someone to say let's be Superman on this one. You can't cast someone to be Superman and they go he could fly like that. That wouldn't work.
That's kind of the big person that you're just like you shouldn't be doing this.
Or they cast someone as Batman and he's like. Wait,
he has no powers?
Yeah, he has no powers.
So he's just
isn't he the one that wears the red? Isn't he the one that wears the red? And no, that's Robin. You know, it's like you have to get someone who knows the role.
And Robin doesn't have powers either. What?
So I agree. Affleck is a good choice because he is a Batman fan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not as good as Adam West. But that's just only because I like him personally, and I'd love to see an old Adam West as Batman, just being goofy and stupid, and I'd be like, yes!
Oh, dude, someone took the Batman vs Superman trailer and implemented. Adam West Batman and Christopher Reeves Superman scenes for those, and it was so hilarious. Oh my gosh,
that sounds great.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump back into this. Do you know who Kevin Smith is? Please tell me you know who that is.
Kevin Smith. It rings a bell.
He's a famous person. He's really big in the comics. He worked on Green Arrow comics for a while. He's actually a director, I believe, as well. He's really good. Have you heard of the show? It's like your show Pawn Stars that you watch, but it's for comic books.
No, I don't watch that.
You should check it out. It's really cool. But this guy is huge on sci-fi stuff. When he said, "Oh, I got to see Ben Affleck's Batsuit," I was like, and he said, "That's the comic book Batman," and I'm so excited for it. And this was before anyone knew what he was going to look like. Everyone was just like, "Okay, if Kevin Smith is liking it, then I'm okay." And he said that he actually got to visit the set of Star Wars Episode 7. He said he got to walk up the Millennium Falcon, and he just started bawling halfway up.
Because it looked right.
Because it was the Millennium Falcon. This guy is a sci-fi nerd. And Kevin Smith, we love you. You should be on our podcast.
Yeah, for sure. We even appreciate an email.
Yeah, we can even make, sandwiches?
Yeah.
I think he likes sandwiches.
Yeah, if you like sandwiches, come here.
Yeah, Anthony can make a sandwich.
I'm making a sandwich, but I'll make the guacamole.
Okay. Thanks, man. So now I have to make the sandwich.
Yep. Okay,
fine. I'll make the sandwich, Kevin Smith. He'll make guacamole. But you gotta buy your own chips this time. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. So I'm gonna read the next paragraph. Then I remembered a story Kevin Smith said about him buying Ben Affleck's house. I did not know he bought Ben Affleck's house. And getting a call when he was moved in where Ben Affleck basically said, "Oh, by the way, check this out." And Kevin goes and pulls a lever or something and finds a secret Batcave style entrance to the house that Affleck had put in. Cool. I want to be rich enough that I can get that.
I mean, if he's doing that, he's trying to be Batman in real life. Like, that's cool.
And it's impossible to ignore that Bruce Wayne from the comics is basically a Ben Affleck look-alike to begin with. It's so true. If you look at Bruce Wayne in the comics, he looks like Ben Affleck. There's nothing that you can't say that he doesn't.
It's like, I'm looking forward to the movie's release, and I really think that he could play a good Batman. Like, everyone's giving him hate, but no one's seen him be Batman yet.
Yeah, I think a lot of people stopped giving him hate now.
Yeah, don't give someone hate
just
before
like
you see him try.
Like when people started hating on Jesse Eisenberg for being Lex Luthor, and then when they saw the first picture of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, everyone's just like, "Oh, this is what we need."
No, it's cool. I think forget the guy, the main actor in Breaking Bad.
Bryan Cranston.
I think he would have played a way better Lex Luthor.
If they wanted an older Lex Luthor, but I think they were going for younger.
Bryan Cranston, a younger Superman.
The theory was Bryan Cranston was going to be Gordon also at one time, but they cut that out. They cut out Gordon's scenes. So a lot of people are thinking, is Gordon dead already?
I guess we'll figure it out when it's all out.
You want to finish this off, man?
So I'm going to end it just saying, Batflick.
Yeah, that's what everyone's calling it. Bat
I
flick.
hate these combination words. They aren't real words. Stop using them, guys. I hate this like Voliciice or whatever it's called. Like, just tell me the two people that I know the names of. You don't do that in real life to people, do you?
Well, Benifer
you see a Sarah and a Bob get together. You don't call them Bob Era. You call them Bob and Sarah. Like,
no, you call them Sob.
Sob. I mean, like, you don't do that. It's like, all right, but just saying, Batflick is going to be the best ever. Been saying it since day one. Okay, maybe day two. Heard you guys talking about it, the casting on the last episode. So I thought I would lend my 2 cents. Colt Browncoat. So your 2 cents was heard.
Yes. So,
I appreciate you giving 2 cents because normally it's 1 cent. So I feel like I got a tip.
Yeah. So we're all proud of you guys. Wow, I think this is the longest intro we've had since we've got a lot of emails. I think we're at almost 40 minutes now.
Yeah. All right, let's get started on the
we love episode. You guys. Don't forget to email us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be pressing play let me get it to full screen first. Wait, captions are on, muted, and play.
All right, so Barry.
My name is Barry.
I'm the fastest man alive.
Okay, so I love how he always catches that guy. I always think one day he's going to miss.
He just kicks him in the face. It's like, my name is Barry Allen, and I'm the worst person alive. And you just see him go up and just straight impale him with his foot. Uses him as a launching object to jump higher.
Vibrates his foot fast enough to like impale him.
That'd be great.
I think that's so much better than shoving your hand into someone's chest. Because who would want to shove their hand into organs?
It's like a Mortal Kombat
type thing. Put your foot in there. Just do it from far away as possible.
So, a lot of things we talked about in the last podcast kind of did happen in this. Like, we talked about Eddie saying to her, like, to Iris, I work for the Flash. And he did do that in this episode.
Yeah.
What else did we talk about?
Tina McGee.
Yeah, Tina McGee.
Oh, well, she didn't show up,
Not really. She wasn't in this episode. I thought it was weird, though, that they found dead Wells, and they ended up being able to bring him to Central City and just put him in display in the middle of, like, are they in a police station when that happens?
No.
Are they in Barry's lab?
They're in Barry's CSI lab.
How in the world did they get a body into a sea?
Which is on the second floor.
I can't talk about it. That's ridiculous.
Okay, this is L.A. Like, this is Southern California where they're filming all of Coast City.
Hints of Green Lantern, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you could totally recognize this from Grand Theft Auto. Do you recognize it?
Yeah, the beach and the whole port and everything.
Definitely. So, I'm from Southern California originally, so I always laugh when I see that sort of stuff. And I tweeted this, where Barry's saying best of the West, and I tweeted during the show at the beginning, Barry likes his pizza like his women, best of the West, and everyone was laughing so hard.
It was a good one, for sure.
Thank you.
Once again, everyone knows about Iris.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that line last week so much. It's still so great. Where Eddie's like, "Wow, everyone but Iris."
It's like, it's ridiculous at this point. Like,
I just want her to figure it out soon.
I'm really liking the transition from Arrow, how everyone is starting to know everything in Arrow. Like, everyone knows everything in Arrow.
Dude, that's because it went all public. Oliver Queen is the Arrow.
But then the Flash is now, it started kind of real open and just from Iris, but now there's inner secrets like Arrow had before against Wells, against Iris.
Yeah. They're plot. If you don't catch what Anthony's trying to say, he's saying that they're plotting against Iris to kill her.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, like, the overall feel of the show with secrets and stuff, they're honestly being reversed in both shows.
And Caitlin's saying that she's going to go tell Wells now.
Yeah. Caitlin's like, she's too on Wells as a good guy, but I think by the end of this episode, she understands.
I hope she had enough proof.
You can't go into the walking room and they didn't eat any pizza. He just got 3 pizzas from LA, basically. And
4.
4, and they didn't eat 1 piece, not even Barry.
And they film in Canada, so that's a long trip.
There are people starving in Africa. And for the Eyes of the Angel song, we got this.
You're a terrible person.
I like this, how he robs the bank. He's just like, I'm just going to disguise myself as a worker, let everyone leave, and then I'm just going to rob it in front of a camera and take jewelry. Dumb idea, bro. Take cash. Jewelry's always traceable.
Yeah, it's so hard to sell that, because if you just go in with a bunch of jewelry,
why would you sell it in the same city you stole it?
Yeah.
That is so dumb. I don't get it.
He doesn't have Flash money to go to Coast City or Starling City.
You could go in a bank. You could rob it blind, like, straight up. you're stealing jewelry. That's dumb. Sorry, guys, but I gotta call it out on some points. Like, he couldn't sell the jewelry.
Do you notice how every DC city is city? Starling City, Central City, Coast City, Gotham City.
Because no one lives in towns. That's old.
What about? Well, I guess I got to bring this up. Smallville.
Wait, DC Metropolis.
Yeah,
isn't a city.
Well, that's essentially just New York.
They don't call it Metropolis City though.
True.
It's like the only one though.
And Smallville.
Smallville. Oh yeah, Smallville. Superman basically doesn't follow the city.
Yeah, he doesn't like living in cities. I guess
he's not a city guy. You know,
he's more country.
Yeah, he kind of grew up on a farm. It's like, he ain't gonna go to a place that's a city in his name. That's stupid.
I still love, like, the first line of Smallville is, like, he goes into, like, the fridge and like, grabs milk and just drinks it from the cart. And they're like, what, you grew up in a barn? And he's like, yeah.
I like this. Eddie's just, like, so wanting to tell Iris everything in every scene he's with her. I'm sorry. How many times are you gonna say I'm sorry?
Jeez, I want him to be evil and just get it over with.
You know, I really wish Ra's al Ghul...
Rick Costner, I love you as an actor. You are amazing. I want you to be evil.
This would be the best episode ever if Ra's al Ghul showed up and stabbed her with a sword.
What, you hate Iris now?
I don't like her. I've never really liked her. I think Barry shouldn't like her.
I still think Barry should be with Caitlin.
It's your sister, bro. Don't like her like that. Ignore it. Bury that. You were talking to your dad, which is her dad, about liking his daughter, which is your sister. That is wrong.
This is some Greek mythology stuff going on here.
I know you guys aren't blood related, but she's your sister. Dude. Oh my gosh. Like, I love this show, but there's some spots that get me like, ugh. Dude, yeah.
I like how they're matching in this scene right here.
Yeah, they are matching.
They're so matching.
I didn't notice that until you said it too. They're both wearing that nice little blue.
Well, it's more of like a paisley type of blue.
We see some like heat between Caitlin and her like thoughts for Barry.
Yeah,
in this episode.
How she's even rooting for Snowberry. I think
it's like at first it's like we see a kissing scene. At first, she does what like every person would do if they didn't like the dude. Like, hey, you know, this ain't cool. But then she kind of goes into it once he comes back.
Oh, we also need to bring up here that in this episode, Barry is very cautious around Wells now.
Well, I mean, he's
getting better at hiding.
He's hiding his suspicions of Wells real well in this episode.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I just tried to say it in the least amount of words.
The last episode, he was too cautious of Wells.
Yeah. That Wells almost found out. And now
this is dumb. So he doesn't sell the jewelry, and then he sees an officer, and then he bounces. Dude, you should have stole cash. You should have walked out as a different person. You should have not even tried to use jewelry. I don't like this thief. I like the name Everyman. His powers are awesome.
What about his real name?
What was his name? Hannibal?
Hannibal Bates.
Hannibal the Cannibal, that's what I think.
Mixture of Hannibal Lecter and Norman Bates. That's a really good name.
Spills all the diamonds and jewels and pearls and stuff on the ground.
Oh, he did touch Eddie right there. I never thought he did touch Eddie.
Well, of course he touched him. They're having hand-to-hand combat right there.
And he is handling himself pretty well.
To defeat a cop in hand-to-hand combat, I wonder if he's been trained a little bit to fight.
Yeah, what is this guy's backstory?
Like, I couldn't just fight like that out of the blue. Like,
he just touches this girl. She doesn't even, like, register.
Yeah, how does she not even realize at all that, you know, like, hey, a stranger just grabbed me. Like, I would turn. I'd be like, what are you doing, bro?
And then, like, see that yourself is there. And then that's when you run.
Yeah, and then he turns the corner and changes.
I like how everyone is not like everyone's not just like ignoring that the Flash is right there. Everyone's turning and looking at the Flash,
but they're not like, "Oh my gosh, you're the Flash! Give me an autograph."
Because they realize that he's kind of working right now.
Yeah,
like
so, I want you guys all to realize that where they are right now, and in this room, the suit is in there, and then later we see Iris come into the same room. When it's not Barry Allen, you know, it's Everyman at the time, but. She didn't see the suit. This is the first time she's ever in this room, and
really she's never been to Star Labs before, and they just play it all nonchalant.
Yeah, they don't bring it up. They don't. It's kind of weird. I think it was a writing mistake.
Yeah.
On their part, they should have introduced her.
Maybe there was a deleted scene in another episode where she came to Star Labs before.
Yeah,
and then she just goes up to the computer. And let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're talking.
We're talking about future scene, but I just want you guys aware that it is the same room. Look at the room right now. This is the room she does enter.
Okay.
You can really tell by the table with all the computers. That's a real giveaway. It's the same room.
Yeah. So,
let's see here. So when they discovered my powers, blah, blah. So they're just talking about Everyman. I really like him. I like his powers. I don't like his ability. I don't like how he robs places. He's kind of stupid, but his powers are awesome. Like, they kind of rival Barry's, I would say. Because Barry has the powers of strength, basically. He can defeat somebody. But this guy can hide anywhere. He could be anybody.
He could be everybody.
Quick, fast. Like, he just touches you instantly. He just transforms into you. That's amazing. Like, he could literally leave Central City, be fine, be rich, and be, like, a super thief. But he just chose to stay in Central City for some weird reason.
I would seriously... Oh, God. I don't know. I would be him. I would go to Hollywood, go find a celebrity as quick as possible. Like, maybe Robert Downey Jr.
Kill him and copy him.
What? No.
Kill him and copy him.
I just...
Oh, look at this. We finally get it. We get it. We get the meeting.
We get West and Lance. Or not West. Oh, yeah. West and Lance.
West Lance.
So we finally get to meet them together. And it's such great chemistry that the two of them have together.
Really, the two characters they brought, the Starling, Cisco and Joe, they both have really good chemistry with two of the main characters in Arrow.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I think this is a good show.
I really think that they should come in more often.
And I love how
I want the Canary to go to Flash. I want Laurel to come to Flash at one point.
Yeah, because she's liked a lot more over there.
I think she'd be a better character in the Flash series than she would be in Arrow. She doesn't seem that important in Arrow to me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's also focused around Oliver, Felicity, and the Atom.
Especially with this week's episode, where all that stuff happened. Oh my gosh, I love this. And she asks if she can have a minute, and Joe's like, "Go, man, go."
And he's like, I do what I do. Like, he kind of gives him that.
Play it.
And I like how Lance completely ignores the fact that they just gave kind of like physical cues that his daughter's hot and he should get her. Like, he's
probably used to it.
My daughter can handle herself. She's a lawyer and she could fight him. Like,
she's Black Canary.
Like, I almost slipped a swear right there of her abilities to fight, guys, if you didn't catch.
Yeah.
But I caught myself, so it's still PG.
So proud of you.
I know. I try, guys. I try.
So, she's like, "I'm the Black Canary." And Cisco's like, "What?"
Like, they really give her funny, like, really good lines in this. I like it.
And she's smiling and giggling, and she's having such
Cisco's
a good time.
reaction was perfect. Like, "Oh my gosh, you're the Canary. I love you."
She's smiling and she's giggling and stuff.
She never gets good, like,
she never smiles in the other show.
Oliver says she's useless. Felicity says, like, she's a female. That's basically it. You're a female and you're a warrior. And then
you're my role model.
It's like the people in Arrow don't treat her with any respect. But it's like Cisco treats her with, like, the respect you treat a superhero with. Like, "Oh my gosh,
you're him.
You're Black Canary. You go out there and you beat up people just as good as Oliver." It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I would love her too. Like, I would be like, "Dang.
You single?"
Yeah, you single. She is.
Yeah.
She is, Cisco.
Cisco, go for it.
Yeah, you got a good chance. You made her smile and laugh. She never smiles and laugh.
I think one of the best things I heard was, you don't know real pain until the people that you want to be together are on two separate shows.
Yeah. Really, they're on two separate shows. I'm going for that.
This is a nice house here. I want Barry to inherit this house so we get to see this house a lot.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as he dies, maybe it's somewhere in Eobard's will.
I don't think he's going to die. But I don't think he's going to be in charge of Star Labs after it's fully revealed and out there between everybody.
I think he's going to secretly stay alive and take over Eddie's body.
And yeah, he could take another character's... Yeah, he could take another
body.
A
lot of people are saying that's going to be Eddie that he takes over.
I hope he does. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to have Eddie have superpowers and be reverse Flash.
And how do we know? How do we know that Eobard Thawne that he was earlier in the beginning of the series, that was what he was before?
But wouldn't he have to get with a woman to have a child that would eventually make him?
Who, Eddie?
Yeah, well, if he took over Eddie, if Wells becomes Eddie, he would have to have a child. But this child, generations down the line, would eventually give birth to, Eobard Thawne.
It's weird. Time doesn't work. We discussed this already.
He's his own grandfather, basically.
We discussed this already. Wells lives outside of time, remember?
Yeah. That does play a key factor in it. But it's still kind of weird that he is his own, like, great-grandfather. That's a big loophole in time. Like, it's weird.
Oh, that's some weird stuff.
He creates himself. That is hecka weird.
That is so weird to think about. Jeez, just stop.
Not immediately, like over generations he creates himself, but still, it's weird. It's so weird that he's doing his own grandma. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that.
PG, bro.
Yeah, PG guys, but just so you know, that is the time paradox right there.
So...
Oh, by the way, I talked over this part.
Yeah, you're talking over this. Caitlin tried to go to Wells' house to tell him everything.
Spill the beans, Caitlin. That's not cool. You gotta pick up those beans. Those are my father's beans. He gets mad about his beans. But yeah, Barry kind of swoops her up and it's like, hey, you know, if you tell him this, my father's never going to get out of prison.
And she's like, you can't play that card every time.
And he's like,
I think that's the same thing that we say about Wells. Like, prove me you've been dead for centuries. That's not a good reason to kill people, dude.
Yeah, no, it isn't at all. It's like, dude, not right now they're dead. Like,
like in your future they're dead, but they still have stuff that they gotta do before.
I wouldn't travel back in time and just kill random people and be like, oh well, to me you're dead.
It's like even in Assassin's Creed it says your ancestor didn't kill innocents or whatever.
It's like, it's weird.
I get that all the time for some reason. So are you not supposed to play Assassin's Creed like Grand Theft Auto?
I do. So they go to Hannibal's house. Well, Hannibal's grandmother's house.
Yeah, which was funny because Anthony didn't know the whole time.
Yeah, I really thought that it was going to be like a funny scene where this old lady goes away, gets the pretending to get coffee, but comes back with like a shotgun and shoots at them. Like the whole family's in this crime thing.
The second she said, "Oh, sorry, my memory's not how it's supposed to be," I was like, "Oh, this is so everyman."
They really overlooked something. I just realized.
What?
Where is his grandmother? Is she dead?
Who cares?
Is she missing?
It's not important.
They never search, look, or question it.
But I like how this went viral all over Twitter was the tiny couch.
Yeah,
that they both had to sit in this tiny couch together,
and they look very uncomfortable. Like they get up immediately when she leaves.
Yeah, because they're enemies. Well, they're gonna be enemies.
Yeah, right now they're kind of friends. I kind of like them being friendly with each other. But if it's true and Harrison Wells does take over Eddie, then yeah, they're friends. Like, they are friends. Eddie is Barry Allen's friend until he dies and is no longer Eddie.
Yeah, that would suck. I don't... Barry doesn't have that many friends to begin with, everyone.
Yeah, and Wells is freaking crazy.
All his friends were literally in that room at the beginning of the episode. Except for Iris.
Iris isn't his friend.
She's just someone that he knows.
Come on, Ra's al Ghul, show up, take out Iris. No one likes her.
Seriously, though, were you also thinking when they showed up at Nanda Parbat this week with all the League of Assassins just out in front, why didn't Barry just show up and go through that entire line just stabbing all of them and killed the entire League?
I'm pretty sure Barry isn't a killer.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he had trouble fighting Oliver, who was trained by the League of Assassins.
But if he goes fast enough.
And
okay, you just said Oliver was trained by the League of Assassins, dude. He was not.
Well, he wasn't?
No.
Wait,
Batman was trained.
Batman was trained. Yeah, I mixed them up. My bad. My bad, fans out there for the world. I get them sometimes a little mixed up, but still, I think the League of Assassins could hold their own.
Oh, by the way, we're just talking over this. There's a chase scene going on where Eddie's chasing this woman
unsuccessfully.
Yeah,
Eddie can't catch anybody. You notice that he
did the first episode.
Wow, one time he's a real police officer.
So Eddie shows up here, and the police are like, "What do we do?" And
he's
Eddie just shoots them.
Shoots him in the chest too. Then shoots the camera,
which says Cam 52. Wanna point out my 52s, everyone.
Good thing he shot the cam out because Barry shows up real quick. You know.
Yeah.
Then there's Eddie like, "Oh man, like if the camera was still rolling, it would have revealed he was the Flash." Because he just stopped, like, super speed.
Yeah.
Right in front of the police car. But hey, what about the car behind him? The police car behind him. How did that not catch him going super fast?
Because that was behind the street a little bit.
Yeah. Good writing, I guess, on their part.
Yeah.
They kind of figured that one out.
So, we had this woman. I don't think we've ever seen her in the show before.
Yeah. What's she? Is she...
She's a DA.
Is she a district attorney?
Yeah, she's pretty much Laurel of this show.
Yeah, except not useless.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding, Laurel. Be on our podcast.
We like Laurel.
I wouldn't mind.
Katie Cassidy.
I don't dislike the actor at all. I dislike no actors in these shows. Just their characters are sometimes have flaws, and I like to point them out.
Yeah.
Who's the police chief? That guy. Is he the chief or the captain? I can't remember.
Captain Singh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he know he's the Flash?
Or what we call him is tie guy, because he always wears a cool ties every time.
Yeah, but we've been talking about how he's being really cool, Barry, and I'm starting to wonder. There's a lot of cues that he might know he's the Flash.
Yeah, I think he knows.
Well, he has an inkling feeling that he's the Flash.
I think he knows the same way Moira knew. He believes, but he doesn't want to say anything.
Yeah, for you guys, Moira Queen. I can't remember.
Moira Queen,
but Oliver's mom.
Yeah, like she tells Oliver one episode, "Yeah, I know you're the Arrow," and then she gets stabbed through the heart.
She's not stupid though. I like how she figured it out. That was the only thing
Moira?
I liked about her is that she figured
that
out
episode
that
was the best episode with her, and you fell in love with her, and then she died.
It was the one and only episode I liked her.
Yeah,
and it was the episode she died, which I also liked. So it was a good episode all around.
We have Cisco here working on sound waves, which do they have in contract now? Like every episode, they have to reference Vibe. He's gonna be Vibe. Don't forget, he's gonna be Vibe one day.
And also, he makes the canary cry in this episode. Which
it says, "I've been working with sound technology." Guys, he's gonna be Vibe.
I know. It's
I
can't wait till it becomes Vibe. I think it's going to be really cool.
Oh, it's going to be cool. There's a preview so far that I've seen where he's wearing the Vibe glasses, and I can't wait.
Cisco can have his own spin-off show alone if he becomes
I don't
Vibe.
want him to. I want him to be with Barry and them as like best buds, like as team.
Yeah, I mean, I would like that too. I'm just
saying. There
is
no need for a Kid Flash when you have Vibe.
He's probably the most liked character in the Flash.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, everyone loves him.
He went from being the most disliked to the most liked character.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought this comic relief was kind of corny, but now I love it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone thinks that it's so funny every time.
It's the heart and soul of the Flash.
Oh, and then the coffee raises. And then, do you see Lance's face?
That's
not normal.
I'll be like, man, I gotta drink this pretty fast. He's floating away.
I wish Lance would have been like, this is normal stuff. It just starts licking the coffee that's flying in the air.
Your coffee's hovering. It's alright to use light creamer.
Where were you for the live Twitter feed?
Yeah, really. I was just doing my career, doing math for school. Guys, math sucks. If you guys want to do math for me, do it for me. I would love you forever.
You could be on the podcast.
I like how they leave Barry alone with him. In a police station, that wouldn't happen. They wouldn't
Why
leave
not?
the forensic
He's a cop.
They wouldn't leave the forensic scientist in the
He's
same
a
room.
cop.
In the same room as his friend, who he's trying to prove is innocent. Who
so he
everyone
just
believes is
steals
guilty.
Eddie and breaks him out of jail, which Barry knows is what he's wanted to do for his dad for so long, but never did it.
Eddie's special though to him.
He
Eddie's
is
his
Why?
friend who has his woman.
Why does Barry not hate Eddie?
Oh, really? Barry's just a nice guy. He's like, he can't hate on Eddie. And he can't hate on Iris for liking Eddie, but he can.
And here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to hate myself because I'm starting to like Eddie.
I like Eddie too now.
Once he knew Barry was the Flash,
once he knew Barry was the Flash, and he was cool with it, and he's working with him, he became a much better character.
But he still wants to give up the secret. He's not happy about it.
But he's asking Barry's permission, which I respect.
What?
Like, he's not just giving it away because he wants to. He's waiting for Barry to tell him it's all right. Even when he tells Iris this episode, he doesn't give away Barry's secret.
No, he just says, "I'm working with the Flash."
Yeah, he gives away what he can.
Okay, seriously, I think I tweeted this. This is some Iris level stupidity.
It would have been better if Iris had shown up at the door, but it wouldn't have made sense because every man didn't know who Iris was, and he openly says he doesn't know.
I have no idea who that is.
But it's like, Eddie, like, bro, he's locked up. Barry, how'd you not connect? Oh, there's a guy there's a shapeshifter around. Oh, hey, Eddie, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, like I said, that was some Iris level stupidity that just happened.
You're super fast. You couldn't, like, avoid getting hit in the back and getting passed out.
Well, he didn't know it was coming.
He has super healing.
Okay, when the gunshot went off, when he got shot in the back, he heard the gun go.
But he got super hearing. I mean, it's not super hearing, super healing. So, I don't know how Barry could be knocked unconscious from a thud to the back of the head.
It took him off guard.
And then when he's tied up, how did he not wake up? He woke up after getting electrocuted many times. Like, he's gone through worse and is woken up. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's weird that Barry would be incapacitated that quickly and then stored it knocked out that long.
Definitely.
Like, didn't he get stung by a bunch of bees last episode?
Yeah.
And was dying of a toxin and got fried in the chest by a defibrillator?
Yeah, defib.
And he woke up and he went to dinner later that day. Like, I just saying, problem with the writing right there.
So I think every man's starting to think that Caitlyn has something for him. Has something for Barry. Like, every man notices it, but Barry can't.
I like how Caitlyn names him.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think Caitlyn named him this episode. I thought it was Cisco until we rewatched
Cisco never saw him. Cisco
Cisco's,
never even knew this person had power.
Cisco's chilling in Starling right now, digging up corpses. Speak of the devil, look at he's digging up corpses.
I like it. Wait, please tell me that's not what I think it is. And they're like, it's a hand. And he's like, okay. Because I thought it was a foot, which is just as bad as a hand.
It's like, it's so creepy. It's like, they're digging up
corpses. That looks
corpses.
exactly like Wells.
They just really buried the actor.
This is proof, Cisco.
We need this to look as real as possible. How many years
has
this
Wes
been?
is like,
how many years has that body been buried?
15.
15 years?
Yeah.
Dang, that body must look gross.
15 or 14? I think it's been 15.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, because they said 15 years ago my mom was murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
so
then
it was
15
years
years ago. So right here, this is where I was telling you guys, Joe's only known Lance for a few hours, has given advice how to raise his child, what he has to do, and he asked him to cover up murder for him.
Can you not, say anything about this murder?
Yeah, and he's like, I have to. And he's like, you don't understand. People are in danger if you say this. So he's like, all right, I won't say anything about this murder. But somehow, he gets a corpse into a police station laboratory without any detection.
In another city.
How far is it? 600 miles?
600.
600-mile journey with a corpse that's 15 years old? I can't believe this. What, they show up in a hearse? And I don't get this. This doesn't make sense. This episode has a lot of issues, but I like it.
I want to jump in real quick. I know it's every man, but all of us out there who are like me, we finally get our Snowberry moment.
Yeah.
We get our Snowberry.
Keep in mind, guys, that's really Grant Gustin right there. Like he gets to kiss Caitlyn in this episode.
Yeah. So Grant Gustin gets to kiss Daniel Panabaker. So,
and he gets to act like a creeper while he does
lucky.
it. So right here, Caitlyn does what every person would do if they were like...
Freak out for a second.
Her eyes are open during the kiss. She's looking around.
What are you doing?
But then
That's
here,
and then
she's full throttle on board with this.
And then she leans into it, yeah.
If there wasn't a beep, there would have been something going on right there.
Yeah.
And then,
it would have been so awkward when Iris walked into the room.
It's like, and here's Iris showing up to Star Labs for the first time ever.
I like how Caitlyn's like, ooh, here she comes, and Barry's like, yeah.
Look, guys, totally the room the Flash shoots in.
Yeah, and they just totally ignore that this is the first time Iris is in this room.
And the computers, if you don't notice, they're showing metahuman stuff.
Yeah.
They're showing the cells of the guy, Everyman. But I don't think she's techie enough or sciencey enough to understand that. Yeah.
But she does confiscate the computer right here.
And she sits down.
They're
what's up right there?
Who knows? I can't read it. It makes no sense. It was science and math.
Yeah.
Do you like math?
I would have loved it right there if the picture of Barry, as the Flash, chilling, that picture they took just appeared in the background of the screen,
that's a desktop background?
Cisco, you idiot! Why'd you make this the background? It was cool.
And it's not like Smallville where they can just knock her on the head and she forgets everything.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's how great Smallville was.
That's great. I love it. I love it a lot.
You gotta watch Smallville, dude. You would love it.
Right here, he's about to kill Iris and Caitlyn
with his left hand.
And here comes Wells.
Okay, I talked about this. I talked about this. Can I call him Eobard for a second?
Yeah.
Eobard right here gets to shoot Barry. That kind of made him a little happy.
He's smiling. Look at him.
Even though it was a clone, he's like, I got to shoot him. That was fun.
He's like, our Barry is... It would have been great if he said, our Barry is right-handed. Wait, is he?
wait a second.
I don't notice that about people right away. What the dominant hand is. Oh,
I know. Yeah, you can always tell.
What's my dominant hand?
Right.
All right, you know.
My other Anthony, he's left hand.
What are you, right?
Huh? I'm right.
You're right?
Yeah.
All right, then you're all right.
Oh, high five.
Oh,
that was a
left
spike.
hand. Didn't notice, huh? See?
I saw it happen. I'm so scared now.
Who pays attention to 50% of the limbs of the torso?
Are you every man?
Dude, I am every man.
You keep saying that he's so good.
That's why I tell the ladies.
I'm gonna just I'm scooting over now from you.
It's all good. If I were to transform into anybody,
okay,
I'd be Arnold Schwarzenegger
seriously,
for fun.
Who would have thought that Iris would be the one to screw this up?
This was really ingenious, though, of Everyman.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
I would like to point out to everyone, watch how the construction worker gets the child out of the car. And I don't want to say...
Remember, they're in Canada. They're in Canada, so, you know...
Don't say it right now. You know, I talked about it earlier in the preview when we watched it. The preview. Get it? But look how the construction worker gets the child out. And tell me if you notice anything wrong. Look at this.
I noticed it. He reached in.
I was going to say that the door was
caught it.
I was
there
going to say
you
the door was
right hand.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I thought he just opened the door and that they were driving this criminal around without the doors being locked. But no, he reached his left hand in and unlocked the door.
Yeah, very sly writing. Good
really
job.
Fast. Yeah, good job. Good,
like in the
good job.
In the Deadpool CGI thing, like he actually unbuckles the person's seatbelt and then kicks him out of the car. Like you never see that.
Those little things matter. Because now I was about to go on a rant how the door wasn't locked. That's stupid. But no, they did lock it. Although the handcuffs were taken off pretty easily.
Oh, she just slapped him. She just really slapped him across the face. So, you know, that had to make her feel happy.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get to slap Barry after he kissed her earlier.
I wonder if Barry just took a nap. Like, he got knocked unconscious and then just went to, I'm taking nap mode. I'm tired. Like, because, like, he should have woken up. He's Barry Allen. He's the Flash. If it takes a thud to the back of the head to defeat the Flash, then
and then a slap to the face to wake him up?
Yeah. This show ain't going that far. Barry's just narcoleptic. That's the problem. That's what happened when he got struck by lightning.
I'm so confused by what that word is.
Narcoleptic?
No.
It means that you fall asleep randomly and you don't have control with your ability to sleep. Like you'll just be chilling in a spot, then pass out entirely, but then wake up randomly.
He has very bad insomnia.
Yeah. So what are they talking about right now?
It doesn't matter.
Wes is saying, be nice to Laurel.
Be nice to your daughter. He's like, you don't know what she does.
The theme of this episode: be nice to Laurel.
Yeah. I think that's what Flash is trying to say to the Arrow writers.
Get over her. Like, get over her past. I don't like Laurel as a character, but as Black Canary, I like her a lot.
Oh, I love this. He opens it up, and you see the car.
It's perfect. It's exactly what it should look like.
It looks exactly like it does in the comics. Down to the Canary logo.
Yeah, he totally... He hooked her up.
Yeah.
Cisco!
He's the man.
And you notice,
he's getting the ladies.
I just noticed on the front of that case, it says Cisco, like, networking.
No, I thought it said Star Labs.
It says Star Labs?
Yeah, it says Star Labs.
It says Star Labs, but Cisco Networking has the same type of symbol on it. Like the whole like wireless kind of symbol. I gotta look it up, but I just noticed that right now.
I love this. I love this. Here you go. And if you show anybody that, I'll kill you.
It's like, Cisco, you could have got it. Honestly, Cisco should have asked for a kiss instead of a photo. Oh. I think he could have gotten it.
He could have gotten it, but, you know.
He was flirting with her from the moment they talked, and then he gave her a cool gadget that makes her awesome.
Her face is so, I hate this right now.
Yeah, and they're out in the open.
Who took the photo?
Hey, Oliver, could you just real quick? I gotta go to the League of Assassins. Come on. Thea's dying.
Thea's dead.
Dude, you got your phone in your pocket. Take the photo. Oh, man. Yeah, I wonder who took the photo.
Yeah.
At this moment, aren't they all in, like they're far away? Aren't they? All of them.
Who?
Like, the whole Arrow team. Except
no. Unless this happened during.
Is this pre-Thea getting stabbed?
Or is it
current when they're gone and at Ra's al Ghul's place?
Because she didn't go with them. So maybe maybe this did happen during that time.
Yeah, I guess this is what's taking place while they're at the League of Assassins. But I don't know who would take the photo then. That's a really good question. All of them are there. Roy's gone.
I don't know. Maybe they had it set up on a tripod.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. They could do that. I mean, Cisco, he can't figure out how to use the timer on a camera.
Yeah.
But he could build the canary cry in, like, a day. Well, digging up a dead body 100% and loading it in a car. Because they had to do that at one point, and they didn't call it in. So it was just Joe and Cisco digging up a corpse. A normal Tuesday on the Flash, you know?
Okay. God, that's so great.
Oh my gosh, I love this episode.
This show's so great. I love this show. Who hates this show?
This show does have some, like, issues, like I keep pointing out, but I love this episode so much.
There's so much wrong with it, and there's so much great with it, too.
It just balances itself out.
Now, the Everyman right here does this so geniusly. Because he reaches down, grabs his pepper spray, and while it's in his hand, he can change it to another person.
You know what? I don't understand.
And it's still in his hand.
How did he get pepper spray? Like, how did he get the belt from the...
Bodyguard.
But did he take the belt from the guy?
No.
We copied him.
He gets everything that the person had on them.
That's interesting. So he could get like accessories like knives, guns, tools.
Yeah.
And it's like the mace was functioning. It was functioning mace.
Yeah.
Although Barry doesn't seem to react the way normal people would react to being maced in the face.
I love this. Is this how you treat all your women?
In which case, he's Eddie. He has a gun. Use it. Transform into a samurai. Get a katana. But that's cool. He transforms into Flash, but what benefit does he get by doing that?
He gets super speed.
But he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Right here. Watch.
He can't copy his powers. Look it. That's Barry.
See? He's able to dodge. He's dodging it.
Look it. But look what happens. Boom. That's Barry. That's not him.
The
He's
one
swinging.
beating him up now.
The one who was swinging at him
Yeah.
was Everyman. And
Yeah.
Barry was deflecting it with super speed. But then Barry goes super speed and defeats him. He never gains the ability of super speed.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, it's confusing because they're
Are you
identical.
sure?
Yeah, I'm absolutely.
Because
This
they
is
both
third time.
ran. Did it
Second
say?
time I watched real close, and this is third time seeing it. He never got super speed. He just took some shots at Barry, and Barry deflected them with super speed.
Huh.
Oh, I just heard the computer do a doo-doo.
I don't think it was that computer, though, because that computer has no sound.
Just for you guys in the podcast, we're going to check to make sure it's still recording the podcast. Because it made the disconnection sound. And is it still recording? Yes, it's still recording, guys. We are live.
Haha.
Just making sure you guys all know that USB sound when something gets unplugged. We just heard
You're always
that.
like, oh no.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what the heck that sound was, but whatever. I'm happy it didn't affect the podcast.
I hate my other computer. It sucks.
Yeah, we'll figure this out later, but I don't know. I'm glad they caught Everyman. I like that little fight scene. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was simple. It wasn't over exaggerated. Like the Flash would defeat him in a
So Singh
1-on-1.
says it's a good thing the Flash exists, and he looks right at Barry.
It's a cue. It's like, I know you're the Flash, bro, but I ain't gonna say it, and I
we're
respect
homies.
it. Like I like it. I like you, and I respect you.
Because he didn't respect him at the beginning.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering like how that's gonna play out in the future episodes. He's probably gonna learn, be part of Team Flash,
So this girl's like, I saw the Flash once. It was pretty cool.
and walks off. It's like he smiles like, yeah.
I think we made a joke about how she probably saw him and was like, that's a cute blur.
Yeah, that's a cute blur. There you go. We get Eddie having a moment with Iris. It's called a hug. Which
Everyone loves hugs,
which
right?
Barry is off limits from Caitlyn from doing forever.
He can't even give her a handshake anymore.
Yeah, touches her shoulder. She jumps.
Ah!
Like, don't do that. Don't ever touch me.
Don't ever touch me again. What happened when I was gone?
This bubble of space, personal space.
You think something worse happened with them?
Eddie took my advice. I think he heard me and went, I'm working with the Flash. That's all he's got to tell her.
And then she's like, okay, I'll drop it.
He doesn't even need to tell her, like, Barry Allen's the Flash. We've been doing this. I got attacked by Everyman. That's why I got
Wells
locked
is
up.
going to kill the world.
They lock them all up in
I
this
love
dome.
this. I love this.
Yeah.
Hey, cutie, let me out of here.
I would have let her out.
Right there. Right there. That would have been the
Even though
thing.
Caitlyn was standing right there, I would have done it.
And then she's like, who would have believed that?
I would have done it, punched him in the face, and threw him back in and called him stupid. Like, I would have been like, what did you think was going to happen?
Did you really think I'd let you out?
Once again, Barry Allen revealing that he is the Flash to a villain, by the way. I just want to point that
Oh,
out.
he already knew. He already knew.
Yeah, a lot of villains in the Flash know this. Dude, he
Yeah.
looks so creepy. He's glazed over, he's got skin over his eyes. He can't remember what he looked like. Don't you have a photo album or a cell phone, bro? Look at your photo.
Take a selfie for a moment.
Yeah. Grab your hairbrush. Grab some DNA if you need it. You know, if it's necessary. Turn back to yourself. Stop looking creepy.
Oh, yeah. I never even talked about Everyman from the comics.
No.
I'm going to blow your mind right now.
What?
It's going to be disgusting. I'm going to let you know this. He had to eat parts of people to become them.
Really?
Like toenail clippings or hair. That's all he had to eat.
Well, it's better than him eating limbs and fingers.
Yeah, but you were totally on that earlier. Hannibal the cannibal.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. That's why he gets the name Hannibal. He has to eat people's parts. That's gross, but I'm glad they
so
didn't
gross.
incorporate this in there.
I know.
That would have been a big turnoff on him. And he's already creepy looking.
Yeah.
So,
But looking at
guys,
how he looks, you're like, maybe that would work.
I want every fan to see this. That is a huge corpse.
Yeah.
That isn't like a piece of him. That's a mummified corpse, it looks like. And they brought it in Barry's lab. How are they going to hide this in the
So I want
morning?
to talk about this real quick. We've touched on it very little. But
the Truth, Liberty, Justice thing in the police station.
all these different... There's nothing interesting going on here for really much.
All they say, I'll sum it up. Your wife died, my wife died. We should drink sometime.
Okay,
All right.
cool. So each of the Justice League, each of those Greek gods up there mean a different Justice League member. And I'm fully fluent in Greek mythology, so I can tell you all of them without even looking. Zeus up there is Superman. Hades is Batman. Artemis is Wonder Woman. Apollo is Green Lantern. Or not Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Hermes is Flash. Poseidon is Aquaman. And Hephaestus is Green Lantern. Which makes so much sense, because Hephaestus is the god of forgery, the person who can build things. And Green Lantern, construct.
And it's cool that they bring this into an episode where there is a crossover between Arrow and the Flash.
Yeah.
I really love these crossovers. I love these little cameos in other shows.
I love how they do it, because it's so true to the comics.
I like knowing that I watched Arrow, and then now I'm watching the Flash, but once again, I'm watching Arrow. Like, I'm adding more to the Arrow timeline. And
you're adding more to the Flash.
Yeah, and then when you're in the Flash, sometimes Arrow gets into that, and you're just thinking, man, I'm watching...
Boom.
It's like both shows are adding to each other. It's awesome. It's just like the Avengers movie, but except every week on television.
Yes.
And done really well.
Oh my god. Dude, Age of Ultron next week.
Yeah, it's like, I can't wait. It's going to be cool. I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably going to like talk about that a lot, so you guys watch it so we don't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
That's definitely something we're going to talk about on the podcast.
We may not talk about it the first podcast. We won't talk about any spoilers.
Because it'll be the day after.
The day it's released.
Thursday?
No, because we record on Fridays.
Yeah, so it'll be the day after it's released.
That's only the midnight airing.
Oh.
Friday is the actual release for everyone. So we'll give a week. We won't talk at the next podcast about it, but the one after, we can't wait another week.
Yeah, so this is the end of that scene. Your wife died, my wife died. We should drink. So now we get to...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is where they find
This is the big thing. So Cisco is saying that he's looking at a 3D model of Star Labs.
So essentially when the particle accelerator exploded, he just did that to see the damage of the pipeline.
Yeah, see.
But he didn't look further where the walking room would be. A big oversight for Wells. A huge oversight for Wells.
He didn't even think about it.
No, and he's really like careful.
Yeah.
So me and Phil were talking about
That
this.
shouldn't be there.
Barry touches like almost like a hand scanner to open the room. We were talking about how
it could be.
Harrison Wells definitely wouldn't set up a universal unlocking mechanism. It'd be secure. We're wondering if you need the Speedforce to open it. That's what I'm thinking.
We had two theories. Either since they're related, that he can do it,
But
or
his DNA is different. Now.
Yeah,
So.
but the speedster stuff. Now this ray that you were talking about, it totally gets rid of their body. It's a hidden room. So once you cross that, you can't be seen from the other side, sort of thing.
Yeah, and then it closes off. Yeah, I guess so.
And then it opens up, and you see the Reverse Flash costume.
I like how the costume lights up first, and then the lights slide up.
And then
like Wells tricked out this room, so it'd be cool when he walks in every time.
He's like, man, this is my place. And Caitlin, the only thing I have to say is this enough proof for you, Caitlin? Is this enough proof?
It's like, stop doubting them like they're your team. You know? Now you know Harrison Wells is not part of your team. He's just an imposter on your team.
So,
love how he sees an article.
Oh, God.
It's like, I didn't think he would see the article in the series.
Guys?
When they first showed it, I was like, there's no way, he's never going to see the article.
They're like,
they're going to talk
gonna
about it.
Die in like 9 years.
I vanish.
Yeah.
Which is Crisis on Infinite Earths, which we're thinking might be that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's whatever the writers make of it.
Do you think Cisco saw that outfit? It was like,
I think it's going to lead to him getting that outfit.
Yeah, I think Cisco saw that outfit and he's like,
but I think
I like the white on there. That looks pretty nifty.
I think though it's going to be the key to Wells understanding that they all know that article exists. Like,
is the white change?
He will know when that costume change is supposed to happen.
No, because in the preview images so far, in the preview images that we've seen for upcoming images or whatever, he doesn't have the white circle.
Oh,
it's still red.
So
but maybe one day Cisco decides I'm going to do that.
It'll be a big episode when that happens, and we'll be all geeky and be like, "Oh my gosh, he did it!" Like, we'll be super excited. But
yeah,
I mean, for now, he's just the Flash, the fastest man alive in a red suit.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
a little more red than normal. Barely more though. So I don't know if there's anything else I have to say about this episode.
This was a big episode.
A lot of things revealed.
Big episode.
This episode was pretty as big as the time travel episode where Wells kills Cisco. I believe it's in that category of reveals definitely. A lot. Not a continuity wise though.
Every episode is better than the last one.
I would give it down a peg though. I should because
continuity
there's a lot of problems with the writing. Like, how did they get the body there? Why did they put the Harrison?
How
Wells
did Iris
body?
get him to that place?
Yeah, why didn't they make a big deal that Iris got in? Why was she in the room with the Flash costume and nothing was mentioned?
Yeah.
You know, why didn't Iris ask follow-up questions to, the everyman? Like, even in the police station, I hope we catch him soon. Are they going to ignore the fact that they never caught this guy who could transform into anybody? That seems like something that should be on the top of their radar.
Yeah.
So there were some problems with this episode.
But if they get a cold trail, there's nothing that they can do.
There was some problems in this episode, but there were so many awesome, amazing things in this episode. It outweighs it.
Like Canary and Vibe.
Yeah. It's like you can mess up writing a show a little bit, but if you make the show so good, the fans forgive it because we got what we wanted from this episode. Everyone's on the same page now. They went to the room. Barry saw the article. That was probably like the crowning jewel of everything. They went in the room and saw the article. That's crazy. We've been waiting for that since episode 1.
I know.
Like, that's nuts.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, I really like this episode.
Yeah, guys, if you like it also, don't forget to email us. Email is speedforcepodcast@gmail.com.
Alright, so I say we wrap it up today.
Okay. To join the discussion with everyone, go to facebook.com/groups/speedforcepodcast.
You can also follow us on Twitter at SpeedForcePod,
which I live tweet every every Tuesday for the West Coast airing, since sadly we're on the West Coast and we get it last. For us here at Speedforce, I'm Phil.
And I'm Anthony. Ride the lightning, Speedsters.
I'd never gone into my lab to experiment that night before lightning flashed around me and time changed speed. Now I gotta try to be so patient until calamity will strike, because when things change in an instant, it's almost fast enough for me. And I'll be there before you know it. I'll be gone before you see me. Do you think you can imagine anything so lonely? And I know you'd really like me, but I never stick around, 'cause time keeps dragging